refs coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Caught out left side by Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll run with Davis, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is third and goal. Trubisky going to take it on the sneak. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Ready. Yellow lady. 5-9.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now Breeze on third down. And Ingram hauls it in. 17 yards and a giant first down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. A season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. On first and 10, here's Breeze. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Giants. Ready. Yellow lady. Whoa.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right.
Hey, Charlie.
3 down. Hey, check back.
Hey, easy.
Breeze now on first down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know you felt that.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
You're good, you're good. High 4, ready. Hey, high 7. High 5. Check. Slam. Play touch.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll run with Barkley. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way, and then go for the big finish.
Hey, Zoom.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky looking deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 21st touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden, because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's put that team on the clock. 0-2.
From the gun, it's Breeze. This one to Slayton over the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Breeze, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. This is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
He's coming. We got double up.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move.
Kill.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3rd catch of this first half for
Kill. X3. 218. Chop.
Breeze now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Let's bring it. Hey, check Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Breeze now. He completes it to Tate. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over. Hey, Delta.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Alert. Hey, Echo.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Let's go. Go.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
36.
Throwing now is Breeze. Flushed out right. Caught right side, Tate. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I know you feel that.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Break it down, fellas, break it down.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
First down, Giants.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Pilot, 64, Greek. Hey, kill. Hey, exit. You're good. I-4, ready.
You got nothing to run.
You race on travel.
Here's Gallman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
4 down, check, 4 down.
5-1. Hey, Steve 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready. Yellow lady. Kill.
Check. Press down.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Marcus Golden in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
I got you. 31's the mic. 65.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Marcus Golden racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 56 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now a toss. This is Gallman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Breeze to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Russell Shepard, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, easy.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Russell Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Lock in, lock in. Watch tight. Hey, orbit. 31's the mic. I got it. 31's the mic. We got it.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Smooth. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 31's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, 18. Hey, Haywood.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, bravo. Got four down. 31's the mic.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Trubisky now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion, went just shy of the marker. Now Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, Charlie.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. He's going to... got his man. Complete. 30. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Giants. Golden Tate. 88 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Trubisky on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Motion!
Now it's Trubisky. And Miller with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
By 52, by 52.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Check out. 180. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Deuce. Alert. Check. Watch safety. Ran.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Marcus Golden, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. And put this one in the left-hand column. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
At the 47-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D, let's go.
A toss out to Barkley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Breeze now to throw. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And he fires one, but incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bears take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him with contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about
that. Super tough.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
31's the mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
31's the mic. Hey, here we go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Marcus Golden in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Alert, alert, alert.
31's the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, Alpha.
After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky. Now the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Golden, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Buzz.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Lock in.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Blue.
Wrong football. Check nickel.
Hey, Delta.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. That's complete right side to Gabriel. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Complete to Taylor Gabriel.
Go. 180.
1st down, and Golden goes.
Hey, ball.
Check 93's the mic.
Hey, Echo.
Right here. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Here we go. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Nice, sweetheart.
Hey, 18.
On 1st down, Trubisky forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
A 40-yard loss on the play. second and goal at the Giants' 14-yard line.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Red, tough.
Here's Trubisky, and it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, touchdown number 22 on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point splits the uprights as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion.
Bears 27.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Giants, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.